Darren, 1-1 draw at home to Armagh tonight. Just get your thoughts firstly.
Probably a bit disappointed we didn't win the game. I thought we played really well. I thought the performance was really good. In recent games we've been playing well, maybe in half of the game and part of the game, whatever. I thought throughout the game we were good. They had a bit more possession, put us under pressure, and part of the second half. But I thought we weathered it well, and then I looked towards the end. There was only one team going to go and win it. But pleasing with the performance. I thought the performance was very good. And in fairness, we went to Ballinmallard, played well, got nothing out of it. Thankfully we played well tonight and got something out of it.
Important again, very much like Boxing Day, to score very quickly after we're conceded. It sort of changes the course of the game, because earlier in the season they'd been conceding and then sort of can be conceding again.
Yeah, because we started the game really well, and then their first attack, I think they got was caught out, and that can't happen. That's something that we speak about. Yes, whilst we're set up to go and attack, at the same time, mind the house, make sure we're not caught out in one ball like that. Shouldn't do it. So it was annoying from that aspect, because you're thinking, here we go again. Starting the game well, and then you get nothing for it. So just glad to get back into it, and I suppose in the manner, great free kick from 40. He's been super for us this season, so quality free kick from him, and then at that point you're looking to go and win the game, and I think just a wee bit more quality and a bit more composure in the final third we could have won it.
You've blooded an awful lot of young players this season. We saw another one who has made appearances this season in Adam Dorrans, but started there in centre midfield and was probably one of our standout players amongst a decent team performance. You must be very, very proud of how he conducted himself there in the middle of the park.
Excellent. Look, he's been doing well, and I keep saying about only for the 20s and the lads come through, we'd have been lost this year. He has come in, done really well, deserved the chance, done really well in training. You wouldn't hear him. He's a quiet lad. Come in, but I thought he was excellent tonight. I thought he was our standout player, to be honest, tonight. In that midfield area, what he needs to do now is go and get a run of games, and keep that level up, because he is good enough. He showed tonight that he's good enough, as have others that have come in, and that's something I suppose that nobody can complain this year. They haven't had a chance. We're having to use young lads, but in some ways that's a good thing, because it's obviously the future of the club. I wouldn't like to have done so many so quick. I'd like to have had more in, but it's up to him to stand up, and he certainly did that tonight.
You have a break from league action now this weekend. Carrick away in the Irish Cup 5th round. A good thing or a bad thing? Is it maybe a good thing that gives you a bit of time? There's no pressure on the lads to turn out and sort of try and work their way up the table. It's almost a free hit type of thing.
I'm not sure, to be honest. After that tonight, you'd like to take it a wee bit of more momentum into the league. But the Irish Cup, look, it's a big competition. We're not most people's favourites to go and win it, but and I'd say most people at this stage would expect Carrick to go and win it. But there's always a shock. Why not? Why not us? We'll go after tonight. Now, the main focus will be in that Irish Cup game. We'll see who's fit and available for that. I'm not sure if Mona will be after breaking the world sprint record there down the right hand side for anybody who's seen it. So look, we'll gather ourselves. We'll do our homework on Carrick. Obviously Stephen in. Going to be difficult to beat. They have a good enough squad there that Stuart had assembled, so they're going to be really difficult. But we'll go there with a game with no fear. We've nothing to lose. We'll have our game plan. We'll go and set it up, and then we'll just get ready for the next game after that. Hopefully, by that stage, as I said before, we can have a few more bodies back in and see where that takes us.
In terms of that Irish Cup game, Taylor's Avenue. It's been a place that has been probably pretty good to us over the years. Obviously, famously, where we got promoted in 2018-19, but we're in to get into the 2018-19 Premiership season. But even over recent years, when runs haven't been going well, we've always seen to find a result there. I mean, how much could a result, albeit in a different competition, sort of build momentum? Coming into January and beyond. Yeah,
because it's very, very difficult to keep that, I suppose, positivity going when you're down around the bottom of the league, when you're not going well. Even as manager, there's only so much that I can say or do to keep the lads. It's up to the lads to do it. We actually mentioned that before the game. Up to the players now, go and lift the game, lift the crowd. So we need to keep that positivity going. If we can go to Carrick and get a really good result, that takes that positivity into the next game. But whatever happens, look, we know the leagues are bread and butter. We know we're in a difficult position. We just had to make sure 2025 is a lot better than 2024 was.
Just finally, it's probably a question I've asked you each week for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and obviously you've talked at length about potential new players coming in, potential players leaving. I mean, is it something that's going to be an ongoing process throughout the month of January, or are you hoping to get as much done as early as possible?
I suppose, like every manager, you would like to get things done as early as possible. But I've been speaking to numerous managers over the last 2 or 3 days, and it's the same thing. People seem to be waiting for somebody to move, and then it's got a domino effect. We've had discussions with 5 or 6 players. You know, the reality of it is you might not get any of those over the line. You know, so it could be a long, drawn-out process. You know, we'll always be in for good players, but I would be disappointed now if we can't get a few players in pretty quick.